This is Sharon from the House of Prayer. 4 spirits that you must avoid. In these days there are numerous operations of the evil one against the people of God. In these days dark forces are being released against the children of God in greater increase, and strategically you can find yourself doing many things that you would never intended to. These are forces that are taking advantage of your ignorance. These forces are the rulers of darkness in this world. They operate in the spiritual realm and have a mission of destroying our beautiful destinies. In this video, we will cover 4 of these spirits that we must avoid by all means. Number 1, the spirit of the world. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God, that we may know the things that are freely given to us of God. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 12. The spirit of the world is also a direct opposer of the things of God. What does the Spirit command? 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 through 17 gives us an answer. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but it is of the world. We can clearly see here that the spirit of the world commands activities of lust of the flesh. It monitors and organizes the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and pride of life. The spirit has caused the destruction of many families on earth. This is why a person wants everything money can buy, until the individual wears the marriage out. That is the lust of the eyes. The man or woman can also be wearing clothes that they cannot afford. Sometimes these clothes obtained through debt, that an individual is under the captivity of the spirit of the world, with the lust of the flesh and the eyes. These things work so subtly that you never hear the footsteps of a serpent. The spirit of the world puts people in bondage by these lusts. Some people searching for capital for their business, while the item that they own add up to more than the capital they need. Have you heard that godliness with content is great again? When you look at what it is in the world, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life, when you are captured by it, you become an enemy of God. Know you not the friendship of the world is enmity with God. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. James chapter 4, verse 4. No enemy of God has a future. Number 2, spirit of bondage. For you not receive the spirit of bondage again to fear, but you have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. Romans chapter 8, verse 15. The spirit of bondage gets people tied down, locked up, and chained down. The spirit is responsible for all manner of afflictions that people suffer regarding the woman that was under affliction for 18 years. In Luke chapter 13, verse 16, Jesus asks, and ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan had bound, be loosed from this bond? That's the spirit of bondage. It is the spirit of captivity. For instance, someone is coughing and still smoking, yet he has been told at the hospital that he has tuberculosis. He doesn't want to die, but yet he keeps smoking and is coughing. He is under arrest of the spirit of bondage, the spirit that causes addiction to evil. Everything binding to what you don't want is a spirit of bondage. Number 3, the lying spirit. 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 22. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth. It will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all prophets. And he said, That shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. There is a lying spirit. This might seem like an under-threatening spirit, however, that the devil subtly deceives. The spirit of lying is very deceptive. He may even look righteous and anointed under its influence. It is one of the reasons why Jesus said, Some will spend eternity in hell. It is written that all liars will go to hell. But the fearful and in the believing and the abominable and murderers and warmongers and sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is second death. This is the second death. Revelation 21, verse 8. Number 4, spirits of disobedience. And you both have be quickened, who are dead and trespassers and sin, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of the world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now walketh in the children of disobedience. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. There is a spirit of disobedience. The ministry of that spirit is fulfilling the decision of the flesh and of the mind. This is where the spirit works, the mind. The spirit works disobedience in people, going through the flesh and the mind to take people of God's presence so that they can be afflicted and tormented. It works through the flesh and in the mind to bringeth forth wrath of God unto your life. However, Jesus gave us the power to fight against these wicked spirits. Once we hold onto our rights in Jesus, we break free of all bondages of these spirits. Prince of the air, hear my voice. I am not subject to your authority. Your influence will no longer find access to my life, nor my flesh, nor my mind. No, no more.